Hello and welcome back to the final episode of the VR46 career mode. Now in today's episode we go to Valencia for the finale of the season. Of course we are world champion for a 10th time. We have 10 points more than what can be available in the final round of 25. So Bagnaya's really hard push towards the end of the season unfortunately wasn't enough. We still managed to win the title and we're going to go to Valencia and see what we can do. Let's just get into it. So here we are, medium to finish the season. Pretty much everyone is going to go up to mediums. You can see the front row is all mediums. Nearly everyone has at least one medium, if not two medium tyres. Not a massive fan of Valencia, unfortunately. It's one of my least favourite tracks, I'd say. But what can we do today? We are starting, of course, from last. It's our last race as Valentino. It's his final race of his career. Let's see, can we go out with a bang? So Fabio on pole from Pecco, and I think it was Rins on the outside of the first row. 5 red lights, we are off. We'll go up to the outside of Davi. Up through the gears, we get a much better start. But on the outside, we're going to get stuck. We're going to have to give way again to Luca Mean. That's a track limits warning already, and this place is a pretty easy long lap to be getting around here. Oh, there's a crash. It's Bastianini, and he's taken down my brother and a few other riders. So we've a 14 lap race here, so we've plenty of laps to tick off. So let's just get our head down, start making our way forward, and see what we can do. Ooh, the AI all turned in very early there. Such a difficult track to overtake at. Davi's just a touch wide, and I think it was Lacona maybe. Oh, that's another track limit on. It's 2 in the opening half a lap. I'm gonna go to the inside here of Davi. No, Petrucci's tagging the back of us. They all go wide. That's another few positions. We're going to get the run on Miguel Oliveira into this next right-hander. Turn 12, but he looks at the outside, around the outside into 13. Going to just kind of hang back through here. I don't want to spin it up yet. Now the 2 Hondas up next of Alex Marquez. Just on cue, has a look at me. And then it's Paul Espargaro on the factory Repsol Honda. Down into turn 1 we come after one lap. Really need to make sure I don't get many more of them track limits early in this race, because I'll start to ride a bit tight if I have to mind my track limits. Frankie has a look at the inside of Paul, and I think he's going to get it through turn 3 here. But Paul will have the inside for turn 4. Bike doesn't really want to turn earlier in this race at the moment. You can see the Aprilia of Vignale is behind me, pretty much all over the back of me. Close up a good bit on the brakes to Alex Marquez. Frankie has run a touch wide. Oh, Frankie touching the dirt there. He's a lucky boy to stay on there. That's kind of pushed Alex Marquez back into my clutches, right on the back of him into turn 12 again we go. Again, just going to short shift a touch through here, just save the left side of the tyre. See can we square him off. Oh, the last corner, Vignales had a look at us. Got good drive, have the slipstream of Frankie. And up into P11, around the outside of the factory Yamaha rider. He looks back at us though, but we managed to just square him off, and that is P11. Next is the Repsol Honda Pole. He looks to have some decent pace because he pulled quickly on Frankie after passing him. Bike is starting to feel a bit better now. Fuel load is going down. Tyres starting to rubber in. Starting to turn for me. Getting a bit of motion going now. Francesca Bagnaia is leading, so we're going to do our best to see can we win this one, see can we catch him. A long old race around here, so many laps left. Takes so much time out of the Honda. Try and cut underneath him through here. Maybe do a bit of a switchback maneuver. Just try and turn it tight, but he's pretty much parked on the apex, but he's left it on the exit. And we're going to just power past him. Pretty good overtaking spot that corner for me on the exit. Oh, Zarco gets it all in a flurry coming through turn 12. The Honda has a look back. We're just going to hang it around the outside. Fastest lap of the race goes to Valentino, 28.4. Didn't actually see what Pecco's fastest lap was, so I don't know how much quicker I am. Getting a lot on the brakes. It's a bit of a carbon copy race to 2015 on here when he had the penalty and started at the back of the grid. He carved his way up to 4th that day. Let's see if we can go a few positions better in this race. Thankfully he already has the title done in this race though. We don't need to do it for the title. Ducatis get such great exit compared to the Yamaha. But then we have the superior edge and corner speed. Just turning underneath them once again. They run it wide when they see me, so I just take advantage. Right on the back of Nakagami now. He goes a touch defensive. Can actually holds me up because he was just in my way. I couldn't go to the inside or the outside because he changed his mind halfway through it. Again, oh, we got that a little wrong, went to the white. But we're going to turn back. Almost contact between me and Zarco. But we're going to just hang on to the position with Taka's slipstream. On turn 1, can we get the move done? No, we cannot. Maybe into turn 2. He runs it a touch deep. We got a much better exit. We should be able to get him down into turn 2. And we do. Just going to edge him out. Next up is Marc Marquez. And then it's the first of the factory Ducatis of Miller. So here on lap 5, and we are making pretty good progress. Got a good run here on Marquez. He goes to the inside. We're actually going to do him on the outside. Yeah, pretty nice move there. We're going to try out Miller next. Not close enough to do it down into 2. Might stick it up the inside into 4 if we can get close enough. We're right on the back of him now. But he actually goes defensive, so we're going to have to leave off. That Ducati is making some weird shapes, so maybe into turn 5? No. I think he came into a hard rear, and I reckon it's really not paying off for him. We're going to try it around the outside. Yeah, you can see the hard rear there on the yellow banding. We almost collide with Marquez, but we get a much better exit than Jack Miller. And into P6 we go. So just 2 Suzukis and a Aprilia, a factory Yamaha and a factory Ducati between us, and victory at the end of our season and his last ever race in the class. We're here now on lap 6 and still only 2 track limits running, so we've managed to clean up that a bit, which is quite positive. Tyre's feeling good. Still just a bit conscious to through this corner here. I'm not giving it full power, about 50% throttle, just to make sure I don't destroy the left side of my rear tyre, and it looks to be working because it's holding up just for now. You can see though the left side of my front and rear is wearing a lot more. This is a counter-clockwise track, so there's a lot more left-handers than rights. One of very few tracks on the calendar that is counter-clockwise. Now, top 5 are pretty quick. I'm not closing in as fast as I would expect. Start of lap 9, and we are right on the back of Aleix. I believe he might have a soft rear tyre in, because he is looking pretty sketchy on corner entry and exit. He goes defensive air to block us off. We'll get right up to the back of him. A small little tap. I do believe that is a white banded rear tyre on that Aprilia. because he is really holding me up now. The two Suzukis up ahead are going side by side, and Quartararo is all over the back of Bagnaia, just as it is in real life at the moment. Just don't have the power of this Yamaha to match the Aprilia's V4. But it looks like Rins is going to do it on his teammate. He has got past. I reckon he's going to pull away now. And into this right-hander again. Just up the inside. He is so little grip, he just can't get it stopped. I reckon he'll go backwards from here on now that he's lost the elastic band effect has dropped, and he's just going to go backwards, I reckon. Now with 5 laps left, I can start to kind of push a bit. I saved enough tyre to go after these boys. Pecco's really wide there on the exit of Adrian Campos. It gives us the opportunity to probably catch him. It looks like maybe Quartararo might take the lead. They're side by side up ahead. But he just falls back into formation in P2. Up next is Mir, the man who I've taken the title from, 2019 or 2020 world title holder, but I'm the 2021 champion as Valentino, of course. But we only have a few laps left, and it is a notoriously hard place to overtake, unless of course you are Valentino Rossi. You can just have so much more confidence in the front end of the bike to make up time. Even in the change of direction there, we're just so much quicker than him. Mir's losing the front. You can see a big black line he left. It's just over his limit, unfortunately, for the Suzuki man. Next up is his teammate, and Quartararo. By now, Quartararo looks like he's going to maybe try down into Adrian Campos. I think he has. There's a small bit of contact. They're both wide. So's Rins. I'm the only one that made the apex. Me and Mir behind me was the only man to make the apex that corner. Ooh, the rear end there. Didn't want to. I just wanted to step out. Now, where can we get Rins again? Bagnaia is wide. I think it's only a matter of time before Quartararo gets him. Spinning up the rear again, trying to get some traction forward. Rins is wide. We're going to try and square him off, maybe get him down into the left-hander. Just gets a good enough exit to defend from us. So much more speed in we take. He runs at a touch wide. Can we cut underneath him? We're probably going to be on the wrong side. Yeah, we're going to try and switch it back as we've done so many times this race. And again, this is the AI. Just lose the front, run a bit wide, and we take P3. So we're on to the podium. Next up is our our manufacturer rider mate, I suppose you could call him, Fabio, on the full factory M1 in the Monster Energy squad. They're wide. I'm a touch wide though that time myself. I've got a good exit though that time. You can see up against the other Yamahas I can get great exit, but it's just the other bikes I'm pretty poor against, just because the Yamaha just doesn't have any punt out of the corner. See, look how easy it is just to get alongside him and down the inside into two. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? I don't think there was contact between me and Quartararo, but Quartararo had a huge moment. I ended up having to run wide. I don't know. I'll have to watch that back in the replay to see if there was contact. But unfortunately, they've both gone down. I have a feeling it might be my fault, but I'm not too sure. But that was crazy. So Pecco and Quartararo crash out on the only 2 laps to go. And I'm back now to P3, so I actually didn't gain anything out of that because I ran off the track as well. I think I got if I either clipped him and made him have a bit of a tank slapper into turn 2, or he had such a big moment that I kind of just forgot to bloody brake, and that's a third track limits warning. Again, that's really upset me. Now, laces all over the back of me. I've drawn right back from the Suzuki's, and we're a bit hot in here. I have to pull the finger out though, because this race isn't in the bag yet. Out of the final corner we come. You can see 2 seconds off the pace. We drop into the 30s that lap. That's how slow we were over the incident. So penultimate lap time. Can we catch back up to the men in blue on the Suzuki's and break the Suzuki Hearts and try not disrupt this 1-2? We managed to catch them quite well into sector 1. Rins is very deep, defending from his teammate. That is only going to leave me into it. Ren now is giving up a lot of grip, make up so much time on the brakes. Right out to the curb. Not ideal because that curb is pretty steep. Rins has lost the lead to his teammate. I think he has tire wear issues again, because he's having a lot of shapes in that corner. Because a touch deeper and more defensive that lap, they make the apex, but again mid corner he just can't get the thing turned. Maybe into Campos if I can get close enough. They go defensive, I go on the offense, go for the outside. Try and square him off. Out to the final corner, Mears deep. He gets a terrible exit, I get a good exit. It's going to be a 3 abreast. I'm going to go into the slipstream. I'm in P. I think I'm going to get maybe P1 into turn 1. They're going to have the inside though. Is Rins through? No, he's not. I'm going to cut it back, get the exit, and we should have this done into P2, or into turn 2, into P1, but he fights back. But we caught underneath him, and Rins is down. They are falling like flies. Mir gave it a great go to go up my inside again, I'll give him that, but I managed to just cut underneath him, and then Rins unfortunately lost the front in pursuit on the final lap. So heartbreak for Suzuki. A possible 1-2 or even a 2-3 was on. But that brings Aleix Espargaro back into it. He's having a bit of a second wind. His tyres are coming into it and he's back on the podium as of right now. But with clear track now, I don't do... Oh, the front went! The front left a big black mark for a couple of yards there. I was just about to say, ooh, that's the 4th track limit warning. We need to be careful. Every time I'm about to say that it looks like the race is done, something happens. Can Johan Mir try it into Campos? We're wide again there. That's going to give him a good run on us. He's pretty much there. I'll just spin it up into this final corner we come. He's not close enough. Out to the final corner we come for the final time this season. Up to the line. And across the line with a big wheelie. Got a bit of contact from Mir. Hit the back of me. But it's victory in Valencia. Someone robbed my fast lap once again. Of course, it was Miguel Oliveira and 2 seconds quicker. But that doesn't matter. We are the world champions as we knew of the final race. And we have done it again in Valencia. Getting victory. Almost 60 points towards the end of the championship we beat Pecco by. But yeah, what a season. It's been 315 points. Make it up to P2 in the team's championship in the last race by 4 points. I think Zarco crashed out. You wouldn't have seen it because I've edited out a little section where I wasn't talking. But he crashed out into that corner where I made up all my time and was past people that double right-hander. He just seemed to run deep and just tuck the front. But yeah, and we win the constructors as well. In the final race, we win it by 6 points. So that Ducati, 2 Ducati crashes, even Fabio's crash could have hurt us, but we've managed to take home the constructors. So we got P1 in the riders, P2 in the teams, and P1 in the constructors. It's been a fantastic year back in Park Farm for the final race of the season. All his mechanics giving him the hugs and cheering him on. Oh, what a race, what a season that has been. Like, that Yamaha is not the best bike on the grid. I pretty struggled with that. I think if I had a Honda, maybe Ducati, maybe even Suzuki, I'm not too sure what I'm like on the Suzuki in third person. I know obviously in first person I'm pretty good with it in the career, but oh yeah, I struggle a bit with that Yamaha. The rear end of it is just not that stable on corner entry. It's not great on corner exit. So I had to make up a lot of time all year on the brakes and take a lot of liberties. But yeah, top step for Valentino for the final time. Aleix Espargaro on the Aprilia and Mir, who gave it a good go. I was really impressed by his overtake on me into turn 2. He just left the brakes off, ran it up the inside, but Valentino, the old dog, had it in him just to square him off and cut back underneath him, and that was that. That was the race win. Oh, what a result. And here he is. Here he is now to celebrate the 10th world title. Into the pits he comes for the final time. Joy everywhere. It's good to see a happy Valentino to finish off his career. Big props to whoever designed that helmet in the mod. It is bloody amazing. They did a great job with it. It's fitting as well to end off with a special helmet. But yeah, it's come to an end. I've pretty much loved this series. It's been a nice one to record. It doesn't take a lot of editing. It's been good like that, so I really have enjoyed. I hope you have enjoyed watching as well at home. Here he comes with the helmet to place it on the box. He'll be walking past his own helmets there. There's Stoner's, there's his own helmet, Jorge Lorenzo's. So it's and then is Mir's, the one who last year won the title. This year, the old dog gets to put his own helmet on it and walk up to claim his 10th world title. But yeah, as I was saying though, I hope you do have enjoyed this series. It's been some good fun for me to record. So yeah, great year all around. So that has been it for the season. It's coming to an end. I hope you really have enjoyed the series as much as I have. If you have, let me know in the comments what your favourite race was. For me, it has to be Mugello, winning at his home track for the final time. Of course, Misano was another brilliant race, and we had some great cracking battles throughout the season. Some tough races like in Assen. So yeah, it wasn't that easy, but we managed to do it. We managed to claim his 10th world title, so fitting tribute for him to end off his season with the 10th world title. But anyway, I'm going to end this series here, not just the video, the series as well. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support over the last 19 episodes. If you have enjoyed today's episode, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like and subscribing for more, and I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.